Oh God, we look terrible. That's fine. That's fine. It's on brand for us. It's on brand for us. I'm Megan.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells ring.
Hey guys, it's my name's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are wearing this big ugly sweatshirt that has a bleach stain on it, and we just don't have no makeup on. And what does that mean? You're getting a good video today, relatively. So I did this video last year. A lot of people liked it apparently, so we're doing it again. And this is my top makeup products of 2018. I should not sing. My top makeup products of 2018. This is what I liked, I released, or I was introduced to in 2018. So some of these might not have came out in 2018, but I still used them in 2018, and they're kind of like became holy grails, or I just really like them, and yeah, you know what to do. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications, that way you get notified every time I post a video, because trust me, you would want to see more of my face. And there's a giveaway coming up soon. You should subscribe. Without further ado, let's just get on to the video. So I think we should start with face, work our way down to the finale basically. So starting with face, I don't have no new primer. I've been using the same primer since last year, the Too Faced RX. Just ran out of it, so I'm switching over to the baby skin. Primers just don't work for me. I think they're a myth. So to start off, these two I was introduced 18. I know for a fact they were not come out in 2018. Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. I am the shade Light Beige, and then this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Buff in the shade Buff Bisque. These foundations, well, more specifically, this foundation is really good if I want like a light little coverage day. It still gives me a good amount of coverage. It's just I don't like the applicator as much as I would like a pump, but it's still a pretty good foundation. But let me tell you about this little baby right here. Baby has, I don't understand, it's the most full coverage drugstore foundation, and I don't get why more people talk about this, because it's so full coverage. Like, it is covering all your imperfection, flaws. It's just covering everything, girls. One that kind of came out this year, kind of came out end of last year, it just really depends. I think influencers got it last year and then it came out in the new year, is the Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation from Maybelline. So I already like the Fit Me Matte and Poreless from Maybelline, and I was like, why not give this a go? And it has a little pump, and honestly, it's pretty full coverage. Girl can be buildable, and I really like the finish it gives on my skin. Next up, we have concealers, and these two I know were introduced in 2018, I'm pretty sure. So we have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is my baby. I love this. I tried Shape Tape out earlier this year. If you guys haven't seen that video, you guys should definitely go watch it. It's really old, actually. Don't go watch it. I'm pretty horrendous in it. Essentially, I picked up the Shape Tape concealer from Tarte. I hated it. Like, I didn't hate it like it was a good concealer, but I hated the fact that I was expecting it to be this really full coverage concealer, right? I tested it against this one, and they're the same freaking thing, except this is $20 cheaper. $20. So I have this, I'm the shade C6, finally got, shade corrected, so that's great. Next concealer we have that dropped out this year is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Now, I don't use this as an actual concealer. I use this as an eye base in cutting out cut creases if I want more color to be packed onto them, if I want a white base. This is what I use this for. I love this concealer so much for my eye work because it's so good, and it's such a white concealer. It's such like a really nice vibrant canvas for your eyes. Now, I have no new blushes or bronzer. I've been using Hoola bronzer this whole entire year. I have no new blushes. I'm not a blush gal. We don't look all blushy, so I don't use blush at all. I still use my e.l.f. No Filter HD powder. This is the really only powder I ever freaking use, to be honest. So this is my powder. This is my baby. I love this powder. But my baby, you all know who it is. My baby that releases here. It just made a comeback, and I might want to get more just to be safe. I also realized I spent $30 on this freaking highlight. Like, who am I? But it's worth every single penny. It's the Amarazi, however you say it, highlighter with ABH, and baby's been going in. Look at that. Baby's been going in, but like, it's still like so much product. I've been using this all year since it's gone released. This is my favorite freaking highlight. It's so blinding, especially when you wet the brush. It's so good. It's so good, and I want to get another one just so I can have a backup, because I know it was limited edition and it might go away again, so like I kind of don't want it. So like, products, I still use the e.l.f. lock-in liner and brow cream. This is in the shade medium brown. That's the only thing I use for my brows. Don't ever really need new eyebrow products. My eyebrows are pretty much there, so like I just need to fill them in a bit. So we don't need any new products basically. Moving on to eyes. So no new liners, no new mascaras. Everything's been tip-top the same, but I have gotten into these liquid eyeshadows this year. So these ones are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuits eyeshadows, and then this is the Colourpop Supernova shadow. So we're gonna do a little swatchy swoochy for you. So this is in the shade Cashmere Love. I think this was one of the first ones. I believe I also tested this out on my channel earlier this year. It's just such a nice, like, taupey, glittery shade. It's really nice, and I compare it a lot to the Stila glitters. They're a lot much, you have to build them up much more than the Stila glitters, but for the price, they're only $5 a piece. They're pretty good. This one's a duochrome one. Ooh, that's super pretty. This one's more of a peachy, bronzy type of moment. Not much glittery, more so of just a metallic, and that's how that one looks like right there. Super pretty. I really have been enjoying these when I want a little oomph on my face, on my eyes. And then this is the Colourpop Supernova shadows. These have, I feel like these aren't talked about them much. I feel like maybe the first batch wasn't that great, so people don't talk about them that much, but like, do you guys, that's great. That's beautiful right there. So like, and it's super glittery in person, so I don't get why no one talks about these, like, ever. Like, why don't you talk about these? Now we're on to the eyeshadow palettes, which we all know is my addiction. So these are all eyeshadow palettes that dropped this year that I've either received or purchased. Keep in mind that this isn't all of them, but these are my favorites. Okay. So I think we should start off with this highlighting palette. This is the Bretman times Morphe highlighting palette. This came out earlier this year. I got this for my birthday. Yeah, can we just talk about that? Beautiful. Like, I love this shade Vacation. I don't think I've ever used this in a video. I do reach for it. It's just very rare. Not rare. I do reach for it, but I reach for the Amarazi highlight a lot more. But I do keep this in the front of my makeup drawer now, so like I use it a lot. It's really good. It's really pretty. I love this palette. It's so cute. Next, for eyeshadow palettes, we got some Colourpop palettes. Now this is the Fortune palette that just released for their birthday this year. I love it. It has a good mix of berry, warm tones, and just like some light shimmers. Like, it's so cute. This duochrome color mixer has been a fave of mine. It's just this peachy purple duochrome. I really love it. I love this shade Trove right here. I use a lot of the more on this side, but I do use a lot of the shadows in here. It's a really great look when I just want more of a berry vibe, you know? For my other Colourpop palette, we have the Soul palette. This was part of the Soul and Morphe collection, and then this is when they released their first 9 pans. So this is this right here. It's super cute. I did a review on this on my channel, so if you guys want to go see that, go definitely check that out. But this orange is so beautiful. It's very compact. You can take it to go. The mirror is so nice in it, so I like taking it with me even if I'm just traveling and stuff like that. Like, I travel all the time. I'm such a travel vlogger, you know. So, this palette's a little controversial, and I think it's mostly because of the person who it is. So if you guys don't like this person, that's fine. I personally don't watch his channel that much anymore, but I used to really like him before everything freaking happened, and yeah, so I saw him in a different light, so I wanted to be supportive. So I did get the Life's a Dry palette by Manny MUA this year, and no matter how many people dislike him, no matter stuff, you cannot clock this palette, because this palette, 1, is massive, and 2, is such a good idea. Like, majority of it is neutral matte. We got the pops of color. We got not just 1, not just 2, but 6 pops of color, and then we have the 2 shimmers that can go with any look, and it's such a good palette. This yellow, before we mentioned the other palette, was probably the best yellow I've ever freaking seen. No matter what happens with Manny or whatever, this palette's really good. So please don't come for me in the comments because I still have this palette. I paid my hard-earned money for it. So next that was released this year that I didn't think I would use as much as I do, but I really do. I use the Soft Glam by ABH all the time. As you guys can see, it's pretty dirty, but like, again, did a review on my channel about this. Go check it out if you want to, but it's so beautiful. Like, you'd think we'd be done with neutral palettes by 2018. We should be done with neutral palettes, but no, this one is just so cohesive and so pretty, and you can get so many different looks out of this, and it's just a pretty palette, and I've been using it like all the time. This is one of the palettes I travel with the most, and I just love it. I just love it. Now this baby came into my life, and I was like, oh my god, hi. And then it was like, hello, and I was like, oh my god, I wasn't even supposed to get you, but I got you. So I got this when I was checking out at Ulta, and I saw it, and I was like, I need that. And this is the Desert Oasis by BH Cosmetics. This palette is so freaking beautiful, and I'm surprised more people don't talk about this. This highlight, it's a highlight and eyeshadow palette, so clearly, but like, this highlight is the most insane highlight I've ever seen, and this is like why I'm like, why am I sleeping on BH Cosmetics? Because like, let's see if I can even swatch. There we go. Look at that. Like, it's so beautiful. I use that as one of my daily highlights too whenever I use this palette. It has like 3 or 4 transition shades. That's really all you need, and then you have all these beautiful shimmers. This blue is so pretty. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's so cute. We have finally reached the section of the video where I basically try to kiss up to Morphe and get on their PR list. I'm kidding, but seriously, Morphe, hi. I love Morphe so much, and they released so many collections this year. So starting off, I got the new this is the 9C palette. I've used this before for a rave day, get ready with me. It's just this nice purple palette with some warm tones in it, and it's really pretty. It's also their first like 9-pan shadow, so it's very compact. It has a nice mirror. It's similar to the Colourpop, but it's a lot bigger in size, so I really like this palette as well. The Morphe times Jaclyn Hill Bald, more specifically, I really liked Bling Boss. We said it this time. I really like Bling Boss, so this is really good. I love these purple shadows. I really don't have a purple palette, that's why I love this palette so much, and the formulation in this palette was just so beautiful compared to the Armed and Gorgeous one that I have with the yellows. That one wasn't that great, that's why I didn't include it in this video. Next I have the 35, and this one's a recently new. This is the Big Mood one, or Boss Mode one. Boss Mood? It's a Boss Mood one, and it's just this purple green palette. It's so pretty. You won't believe how like versatile you can use this for every day. It's just these purples, these greens. Like, look how many greens are in this palette. Like, that's insane. It's just a pretty palette. But we all know, taking the trophy left and right is the Morphe times James Charles palette. Like, guys, believe all the hype. The hype is there. The hype is real. These shades are so beautiful. I've been playing with stuff so much. I've been trying to create so many rainbow looks with this, and it's so beautiful, and I thank the Lord every day about this palette because the pigmentation in it is insane. If you had the 35B from Morphe and you were like, oh, wow, this is pretty good, no, that's like poo-poo compared to this. Like, it's just, the formulation is so good. It's so up to par, and I cannot expect anything less from this company anymore because like, it's just so good. Lastly is just lips really quick. So for my favorite was I love Sarahi times Colourpop collection. I'm pretty sure that dropped this year. Was the shades 951 and the Ultra Satin Lip, and then Curvy, so lip gloss. These two been my ride or die, to be honest. This, you guys know, I either use this or soft matte lip cream in Abu Dhabi, but this is so beautiful. I love this. I'm pretty sure this collection dropped earlier this year. Lastly, the Luxe lipsticks that dropped this year from Colourpop, the shade Quickie. Didn't know if this was gonna work with me because it's so light, but put a little gloss on it, changes the game. It's so beautiful. I love these. The formulation is so creamy, so pigmented. It's great. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, also comment down below any ideas you guys have for future videos. Until next time, bye.